These are reasons why marriages fail. Number one is lack of emotional intelligence. This emotional intelligence is very, very important. And when you don't have emotional intelligence, it's going to ruin the marriage. It's going to make the marriage unhealthy. It's going to make the relationship unhealthy. For instance, not knowing the right words to say and when to say them. Yes, lack of emotional intelligence can put the relationship in a stagnant mood and make the relationship not to flourish. A partner can be complaining and another one is feeling nonchalant or unconcerned. E no concern me, it doesn't affect me. Number two is lack of communication. Communication is very, very important in marriage, and lack of communication can destroy a relationship or marriage. And also lack of understanding, because communication is effective when point A understand point B. When point A sends a communication, sends the message, and the point B understands it. So also misunderstanding can also make or break a relationship or marriage. All right, misunderstanding can also break a relationship or a marriage. So lack of communication and misunderstanding in relationship can break that relationship or marriage. So when you're communicating, also be a good listener and respond based on what you hear. Some people do communicate to attack. They are not communicating for peace, but they are communicating to buttress that they are right. They are communicating to make the other person feel like he or she does not know what they are saying. But when you have the interest of your relationship at heart, you would communicate with love, you would listen with love, and you would understand with love. So when you communicate, make it effective by listening and by interpreting, not in fight, not in war. And that is my number two. Number four is lack of empathy. All right, number four is lack of empathy. Empathy simply means putting the other person in your shoes. All right, empathy means putting the other person in your shoes, trying to be in that person's shoe, trying to feel what the person is feeling. For instance, you are feeling headache, trying to picture yourself the time you felt headache, or that you are feeling headache at that moment. How do you feel, or what would you like the person to do to you at that moment? Then doing those things to that person that is feeling that headache at that moment, trying to be able to listen when the person communicates, when the person complains, trying to listen. I didn't mean it this way. Oh, you felt that? I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it that way. Being empathetic. All right, being empathetic. And lack of these things can break that relationship or marriage. All right, and this is my number three. Third party interferences, that is number four. It can break a relationship or marriage, especially when that third party does not have that relationship at heart. Yes, it happens. You may think that the person is your family, or you may think that the person is your bosom friend that really know what is inside the heart of humans. If you are taking your problems to someone that does not have your marriage or your relationship at heart, be rest assured that they are not going to give you a good advice that will keep the bond between you and your spouse. So these people are wrong mediators. When you go and meet a wrong mediator to come and mediate for your relationship, to come and salvage your relationship or marriage, it's going to even get worse. It will now become like from frying pan to fire when you meet the wrong people. These people can be pastors, they can be in-laws, they can be friends, they can be your well-wishers, they can be the people that you feel like you trust. All right, they can be your trusted friends, not knowing that they don't have your relationship at heart. They may not even be happy that you both are together. All right, and you are reporting your relationship or marriage problems to them. It's not going to salvage the relationship. They can even start using the relationship for gossip, for side talks, and all of that, and give you wrong advices. So third party interference breaks up relationship and marriage. All right, and that is my number 4. Number 5 is irresponsibility. When you don't want to be responsible, when you don't want to be accountable for your expenses, for your actions, for your words, for the running around of the home, when you don't just want to be accountable for anything, it can drain the other partner that is trying to be accountable. When a load is given to one person to carry, it can overwhelm them, it can drain them, it can overshadow them, it can pull them down. And that is for a fact. It takes two to tango. All right, so when both parties brings their head together and become accountable together, the relationship or the marriage is going to blossom. But when it is one-sided, when responsibility is one-sided, when accountability is one-sided, when all the load is on one person, it can overwhelm them sometimes, or most times. They can easily give up. They can just get fed up and want to call it a quit, because one person is being irresponsible while the other is responsible. One person is making the money while the other is jobless. One person is trying to make the relationship work by communicating, and another person is acting nonchalantly, not responding, not communicating, not being emotionally available, not being financially available, just behaving nonchalantly. It can ruin that relationship or marriage. So these are the 5 things that can destroy and ruin a relationship and marriage. And that is it on this one. Thank you so much for watching. I remain my humble self, Chika. Please stay tuned to my channel as I bring you tips for a healthy lifestyle. All right, see you in my next one. Bye.